Hey folks, I'm attorney Roger P. Foley, talking to you from my car today on my vlog. And I want to talk to you about hiring an attorney. What are you looking for? Well, I'm going to give you an analogy. Recently, I found out that my dog Ike had cancer. Well, we knew he had cancer, but we didn't know if it had metastasized, moved from one organ to another, and he had had a couple of surgeries over the last few years, and they were small surgeries, and he appeared healthy. But about a week ago, he started coughing. The coughing increased very quickly, and took him to his veterinarian. Veterinarian said, hey, it looks like he's got, it looks like he may have it in his lungs. He's probably got 3 months. Well, me, being just like everybody else in America, I wanted to get a second opinion. So I started calling, or looking, at least Googling, for someone who could give me a little bit of information on the phone prior to making an appointment. So what I did was I called this cancer veterinarian, and I explained, listen, I already have a diagnosis. I only have limited tests. I really only have an x-ray and blood test, so I don't have everything, but I don't know what is everything. Do you need an MRI? Do you need a CAT scan? Do you need a ultrasound? All things that I had Googled and read were part of the appropriate sort of tests that you give someone or an animal, canine, with cancer to determine the size of the growth, whether it's metastasized, all these different things. So all I did was call and say, this is the facts that I have. I'd like you to, could you answer this question? What tests would I need for your doctor to evaluate my pet? I found out, just like many of you probably find out with attorneys, is that nobody cares. It's just about $1. And it infuriated me. Speaking to the first guy, and he goes, well, look, we have a fee. You come in, it's $150 or whatever it is to come into the office, and then you talk to the vet. Yes, I understand what an office visit is. However, what I'm trying to find out is, before I come in for that, what tests do I need, and how much do you charge for those tests? Because the vet's going to say to me, yeah, hi, looked at your dog, 2 seconds, hello, when he touches his neck and he feels a bump. I want to know what test he needs to evaluate whether or not my dog is a candidate for surgery, or if my dog is a candidate for chemotherapy or radiation treatment, because that's it. Those are your 3 treatments. It's not rocket science. Just like my job's not rocket science, and when clients call and they try to pin me down on a price, I go, look, I might not be able to give you exact price because it depends on what you're looking to do. If you're going to do this, it's going to be this much. If you do this, it's this much. But what I found is, man, when I called this cancer, oncology veterinarian, they don't want to tell you anything. And what I hear from so many clients in the criminal defense arena, because that's what I do, they call around and they're trying to get prices. A lot of attorneys don't want to get prices. I don't mind giving you a price, but the problem is there's other facts that are going to kick in. Maybe I need this test, maybe I need this. So if you're wanting me to take depositions, you know that you're going to spend at least $1,500 in costs for depositions. If I'm going to trial, you know that there's a trial fee. So I'll give that general information on the phone, and some people, oh geez, well, it sounds so expensive. Yeah, because I'm giving you, if you want to know what's everything you can do versus if you want to take a plea, or if you're entering a diversion program, different levels of time involvement involve different prices. Anyway, I was just amazed, frustrated, and I realized that perhaps that's what clients are going through. My clients, or people who've been accused of a crime, they're contacting attorneys' offices, and no one wants to tell them anything, and whether they want to charge them or get them in there. And once they get them in there, they're going to stick it to them. No, if I can give you a generalized price, I'll say to plea it's this much. To fight it, you're looking at potentially this much. But I don't know. I take the time to listen. I think it's good business. I think it's good that people are educated on at least what the options are, so they can make a decision based on their own facts, their own financial situation. So I'm bummed out because every time I seem to need a service, because I'm a small businessman, I go, I don't understand. Why is this so difficult? The dog's got cancer. What do you need to measure it? How much is the test? If you need a CAT scan, how much is your CAT scan? Obviously, there's no insurance. If it's an MRI, how much are you charging for the MRI? I kind of just want to know that. Maybe I can find it somewhere cheaper. You know, an MRI is an MRI. A DUI attorney is not always a DUI attorney. A domestic violence attorney is not always a domestic violence attorney. It depends on basically the level of experience. So anyway, folks, I understand your pain. I'm attorney Roger P. Foley. If you call my office and you want to do a phone consult, I will do that. I'm not the cheapest guy in town. I'm definitely not the most expensive guy in town, but I am an honest guy in town. So if you have a problem, consider my firm. Thanks.